Hi, I'm Catapult and welcome to another DTXtreme III video tutorial. This time around we're going to talk about the internal songs in the DTXtreme III module and the percussion tracks. Yamaha put in a whole bunch of percussions in some of these songs, congas, tambourines, and so on and so forth. The only problem with this is whenever you add extra pads to the 4 extra inputs on the module, inputs 11, 12, 13, and 14, and you start making a user kit and changing the sounds of those ports or those inputs to cymbals, kettle drums, whatever you decide to put on those pads, it'll change the percussions. So those songs that use those percussions are going to be totally messed up. So the best way of getting around that is just getting rid of the percussions. So a good friend of mine, Alvis Wesley, that's him up there. Oh, that's not him. That's his excuse me. That's his avatar on edrumforum.com. But anyway, Alvis discovered that Yamaha's percussions are all on MIDI channel 11. So this tutorial is about killing MIDI channel 11 or modifying MIDI channel 11 so the percussion sounds stay quiet and you can hear the song, play to the song without having all those annoying sounds hitting all over the place once you've modified the voices of those 4 inputs. So we'll take a little bit of a tour of my kit so I can show you what I've done with the extra inputs, and that's that. Be back in a minute. Here we are at my kit, and I'll show you the 4 pads that I've added to those 4 extra inputs on my DTXtreme III. Starting off with this one right here. That's a TP65S. It's a 3-zone pad, the main pad, 2 zones. I've got that set up to one of the inputs, so I've changed the sounds on that on my user kits. Excuse me. Then we go up here. That's PCY 150S, which I kept from my DTXtreme 2S kit. And that also has 3 zones plugged into one of the extra inputs. Then we go over here. Sorry for all the shadows. This one here, a PCY 135, 3 zones there also on an extra input. And that one there, another PCY 135 has 3 zones on one of the DTXtreme module's extra inputs. So that covers all the 4 extra inputs. Also, I've got this little PCY 10, thank you Wild West, that is set up on the split port for the kick. So there again, another zone, another sound to change. So I have my cymbals set up as cymbal sounds where the percussions are all gone. So when you play these preset songs, all of a sudden you start hearing these cymbal crashes all over the place, and it just totally ruins the song. But anyway, that's the way it is, and let's go to the module and see how we get rid of the percussion sounds. Be back in a minute. So here we are at the module. We're going to use Pre-42 US Fusion as an example song. As you can see, this song automatically picks Pre-11 Maple Custom Absolute kit for the drum kit, and on the extra 4 ports it's got a bunch of percussion sounds set up. So this is what the song sounds like in its original form with the original sounds. So you hear the bongos, congas kind of thing, and there's other little percussion sounds in there. So that's that. So now what we want to do is I want to change this to my preset, one of my preset kits. So now we'll scroll up to one of my preset kits. We want my old custom kit. I called it Okie Dokie. And now I want to go back to the song and lock my kit so that the song doesn't automatically pick the default kit. So now listen to it now with on the 4 extra ports. As you saw earlier, I set up all cymbals, and it's all cymbal sounds. So here's what the song sounds like now. Those are supposed to be congas, and they sound off as cymbals. So doesn't that just blow dead goats at midnight? So now, what we want to do is use Elvis's idea and get rid of the percussion track altogether. So that way there we don't have to remap pads and figure out what's what, and makes life a lot easier. So what we want to do, we want to copy this to a user song because you can't modify a preset song. So now we want to scroll this to a user song. Let's go to user song 1, empty song. Now we want to hit the job button. Now we want to copy a song. So press enter store. Now bring this to pre-42 US Fusion. Okay, and now press your enter store again. Are you sure? Yes. There. Now go back, press your song button, and there you are. You're on user 01 US Fusion. Now if we are to play this the way it is right now, I still got my user kit on, you'll have the cymbals instead of congas. So now what we want to do is get rid of the percussion track. Well, the one thing Yamaha did that was pretty good and Elvis discovered is Yamaha put the percussion track on MIDI channel 11. So let's hit the job button, which is F2. And now we want to go to voice, which is SF4. Now, using your arrow, your side arrow, scroll to channel 11. You want to put this to all. Okay? Now use your down arrow key and scroll to the second screen. Go to Bank MSB. It says 125. Change it to anything but 125. So let's go 124. And scroll down again. And Bank LSB says 0. We'll change that to anything but 0. So we'll put it to 1. And that's that. Now go back, hit your song button. Now hit your play button, and the percussion track's gone. See, no smashing cymbals. There you go, perfect. So now that you got that done as a user song, what you want to do is you want to save your file. So that way you've got it. So you hit your file button, and your all data, use your scroll wheel, jog wheel, and scroll to all song. And now scroll down and give it a name. I already have it as 42 T3S. Let's just call it, for example's sakes, let's just give it, just call it 1 to make it quick. And then scroll over to the, whoops, scroll over to the side and press exec. There you go. 1 T3S and my 42 T3S. Now, some people are arguing that even if you save it to a USB flash drive, when you reload it, the percussion sounds will be back in. But for me personally, when I reload it, the percussion sounds are gone. It doesn't reset itself. So I don't know. Results may vary. But anyway, that's how you do that. And you get rid of the percussion track. I want to thank Elvis for thinking this up. It's handy, very handy, because trying to remap all the percussion sounds, trying to figure out what they are to start off with, because some of them are very faint, and trying to figure out what the sounds are to get rid of them, or to remap them to rims on other pads that you're not using, is very difficult. This way here, just totally wipe out the percussion track and problem solved. Anywho, you have yourself a great day, you take care, and thanks for watching my second video tutorial. Take care, see ya, bye.